So hello everyone. Again, I've just changed the angle of my camera so I at least have some plants or something in the background so it's not that blank white wall. So the next thing that I would like to talk to you about, and again, this is one that can save you more money but might not seem as fun, and also it seems like you need to invest more to start with, but it saves you money in the long term, and that's preventative health. So for me, I have health insurance. I don't have a really high level health insurance, but I've got hospital and extra cover. So I can, with my extras, I can go to the chiropractor regularly. I can go to the dentist regularly. And particularly with the dentist, if you have anything that goes really wrong and you need something like a root canal, that can cost you an absolute fortune. So by going to the dentist regularly and having those checkups, and having that coverage in your health insurance, you can save yourself a lot of money in the long term by dealing with it straight away. Likewise, going to the chiropractor. So in addition to being a primary school teacher, I also teach yoga. So I'm bending, twisting, moving my spine a lot, and I'm quite tall as well. I'm about 5'10". So my spine, I just need regular little crunches and cracks to keep that in alignment. So for me, going to the chiropractor regularly is well worth the investment of my money so that I can have that vitality and be able to teach yoga, be able to, stand up nice and straight. It helps me to breathe better. So lots of benefits for me for the chiropractor. You might be more a physio or osteo person, but that health insurance and those preventative checkups really help from something going wrong. Because I imagine, for me, if my back suddenly seized up or I had major issues with my shoulders, I would be restricted with being able to teach yoga and also quite uncomfortable at work. So it's well worth it for me. The other thing with preventative health is simple things like making sure that you are drinking your 8 glasses of water a day, making sure that you're staying well hydrated. So as well as this being really good for your internal organs and overall health, it's good for your skin, it's good for your energy levels. Making sure that you eat lots of fresh fruit and veggies, which I happen to have right here because I just did a little video about my latest shopping trip. So, and a variety of colors. So, I've got my fresh watermelon, my strawberries, bananas and apples, which I eat my fruit on a daily basis. I love my fruit. It's a great snack. It's healthy. It's affordable. It helps keep you in good check. Having your green leafy vegetables, things like broccoli, giving you all of the vitamins and minerals that you need. Also, if you're able to have as many vitamins as you can take in, that saves you on having to purchase vitamins and supplements. I do take a multivitamin. I don't eat red meat, and I eat kind of a very limited amount of chicken. So for me, I take a multivitamin to make sure that I am getting enough minerals, to make sure I'm getting enough iron. I also take a probiotic daily, just to keep everything in balance, particularly that healthy gut bacteria. That really helps you, particularly if you get run down or you need to take any medication, having that healthy gut bacteria helps you to bounce back. So investing in things like some quality supplements, that really helps you to not only just stay that you're in balance and you don't get sick, but so that you have lots of energy. There's a big difference between being really healthy and not being sick. So that investment in your vitality and energy is so important. For me, I want to have as much energy as I can so that I can go to work, be vibrant with my lovely little grade 2s, go and teach yoga and have energy for that, have energy to do my tutoring. So my work and my side jobs are very important to me. So investing that little bit of extra money in healthy food and in my supplements really helps me. Now, the other thing that I'm investing in again this year, which I haven't haven't done as much lately, but I'm investing in going to my dietitian. So I have quite high energy needs because of all the extra activity that I do, and I want to make sure that I can maintain a healthy weight and not get too skinny, which can sometimes happen. And if I'm not maintaining that healthy weight and I don't have enough energy, again, that takes me away from the things that I really want to be doing. So going to the dietitian is a good investment for preventative health. The same with if you need to see a psychologist for any issues. And a psychologist doesn't need to be that there's something lacking. A psychologist can just be someone that helps you with problem solving, helps you keep on top of different situations in your life. So all of those preventative health measures are going to save you money in the short term and the long term. In the short term, because you can get up and you can go to work every day. You can take on side hustles and extra projects for extra income. And in the long term, they prevent you from getting any kind of illnesses. So really invest in that preventative health, do your regular scans and checkups, because I think people underestimate the huge costs that can be involved if you slip on those things. So linking in with that, I'm going to touch on the importance of your insurance cover. So today I was so responsible. I'm on holidays from school at the moment, and I thought, what's a responsible thing that I can do to save money and talk about on here? And so what I did is I actually reviewed my superannuation cover and the insurances that I have within that. So I'm covered for my death, for total and permanent disability, and for income protection insurance. But when I got those things initially, it was kind of, 15 years ago. And so what I think would be a reasonable amount of cover to cover your bills if you couldn't work for some reason because you were ill or something happened to you, it needs to be increased. So I got on there, I've increased my cover to a much better level that if I were to become ill and needed income protection insurance, I'm covered for that. And that's a big one that people forget. I think people think about superannuation for retirement. You might be covered for your death, but that permanent disability cover and that income protection is huge. If you were to lose your income, let's say, touch wood, obviously, that this doesn't happen to me or any of you, but if you were to find out that you had a serious illness, for example, like cancer, and you had to have a year off work, would you be able to survive without income for a year? I know for me, I wouldn't be able to cover my bills. So I'm renting, but I also have a mortgage. So I have a renter in there covering the mortgage for me. So you need to make sure that you are protected for if something goes wrong with your health and there is something that prevents you from working. Also just reviewing your annual premiums for your health insurance, for your car insurance, for home and contents insurance, just making sure that you're covered, particularly things like your home insurance. So if your home was to, again, hopefully never happens to anyone, touch wood, but if your home were to burn down, there's no way that you've got the money to cover that sitting in your bank. And that would just make an awful situation so much worse. So please just make sure that you review how your life circumstances have changed since you first got your cover. Make sure with your home and contents insurance that it is covering your current amount of what your home is worth, your current amount of what your contents is worth, not what it was worth 10 years ago when you took up those options. I also, when I contacted Budget Direct, is who I'm with for my car insurance, I found out that if I paid that annual cost up front instead of doing it monthly, I could end up saving $150. So I took up that option. And with my health insurance, I tried to do the same, but there's no saving if you do it annually. So I'm keeping that month to month. But I did make some investigations into how much extra it would cost just for that little bit more cover. I think particularly as you get a little bit older, you realize you're not completely invincible. So that's my advice about preventative health and about the value of your quality insurance. Again, it's not fun. You don't sit there and think, oh, wouldn't it be fun to spend some extra money on in case I die? It's obviously not fun, but you want to make sure your family's protected. You want to make sure if you were to get sick, that you just have to deal with trying to get better. You don't have to deal with that financial pressure hanging over your head, sitting on your shoulders. Now, the other thing that I looked into when I was upgrading my insurances with my super, I was looking at the possibility of making extra superannuation contributions. So if you're in America, I'm referring to your IRA account. So for me, I was looking at how much I could save with my taxes if I made a pre-tax super contribution. And I've printed off the forms that I'm going to submit to my work, that I'm going to make extra contributions to my super before tax is taken out. So that contributes more to my super. It also saves me more in tax. And again, that's not a really fun and exciting way to save money. But if you end up kind of saving money on paying tax and you've got extra super, then you have the money to do that fun stuff. So I think when you're thinking about frugality, it's not always fun to do the things where you're checking the prices of everything, you're comparison shopping. But the way I look at it is whatever you're saving from doing your research, whatever you're saving from getting the best price, you can use that money however you want to. That money can be to go on a holiday. It can be to buy yourself some new clothes. It can be to upgrade your car. Whatever you want to, why would you voluntarily give away more money than you need to out of your pocket? So preventative health, upgrade your insurance, bonus if you can add extra to your superannuation contributions. Thanks for listening. If you like the video, it would be great if you give me a thumbs up. I'm just starting my channel, so any positive feedback would be great. And in the comments, if you could let me know things that you might be interested in hearing more about, then that would be wonderful. Okay, have a great day. Bye.